Well, for all our big 107.7 listeners out there, you may be familiar with the Endzone show. And there's a pretty big game for the world of football coming up this Sunday.
Is it a big game? It seems like it's a big game.
It's a pretty big one for our area, too, because, of course, the Eagles are going to the big game. We've got Gary John joining us on the CoastLife couch with the Endzone show. You're the show rep today.
That's right. We preface the Endzone as it's a football show for football fans, by football fans. We don't try to paint the picture that we're experts in any way, shape, or form. But Rick Stokely, John Joins, Frank Hamilton, and myself, we all love football and thought, what if we took an hour every week and sat on the radio and talked about football? And it's been so super fun, and we've just had a great time with it every Monday at 5.
That's right. Now, I had a terrible fantasy football season myself. A mix of just not changing my lineup and a rough draft. But the Eagles did not have a rough year. It started out a little all over the place, but here we are in classic Eagles fashion.
Yeah, a little shaky to start, and I'll be honest with you, I think that is why a lot of Eagles fans probably enter this weekend with some trepidation. Well, this is the thing. If you are, I would say if you are 35 or younger, you don't understand the angst of the 35 to 65 Philadelphia Eagles fan crowd, because when you followed this team from the 70s through the 90s, there were a lot of very highs with Dick Vermeil when he came in the early 80s, when Buddy Ryan became the head coach, and you had Weapon X with Randall Cunningham and that defense, but they never got over the hump. So when the tide turned, when Jeffrey Lurie took over and Andy Reid became the head coach, and it's been 30 years of pretty good.
Mm-hmm. We've been a playoff team.
You do a lot of this.
But Gary, what is the Endzone saying about who is walking away the winners? The Chiefs or the Birds?
All right, so we had sort of a split panel in the Endzone. Frank Hamilton is of the belief that the Kansas City Chiefs will make history and win a third straight big game, which hasn't happened since the AFL-NFL merger. Rick Stokely and John Joins both said bet the over. They were kind of wishy-washy on picking the winner. Mm-hmm. But I'm here to tell you. So what I believe is going to happen, I think the Eagles are going to get out to a fast start. I think they're going to build a lead on this team, much like they did 2 years ago. The main difference is this defense is not going to fold in the second half. As great as Patrick Mahomes is, as crazy as Steve Spagnuolo is devising defenses, and as wonderful as Andy Reid is, I think the Eagles win this game, and I think they win it handily. I like Philly 34, Kansas City 20.
Ooh, that is a big win. And Leah, let's get you on record because you are a big Eagles fan. Do you believe the Eagles can pull this off?
I do, because I think we are a vengeful team and we're out for blood this year. Like Philly doesn't mess around. So I think it's gonna be our year. No three-peat, no for the Chiefs.
All right, now I have to look at the camera for a second. Now, to be clear, I have no rooting interest in either of these teams. These are not my team. I'm a Pats fan. You can boo me all you want for that. But when I look at a matchup, I start with the quarterback position, and Patrick Mahomes is just a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Hurts has gotten them there. He's played very well. I think Saquon's incredible. But when push comes to shove, if I have to guess, I'm going to guess on the side that has the better quarterback. And I'm actually going to disagree with the panel. I think this goes with the under, because I think that you're going to have a lot of the ball on the ground with Saquon. That's going to run the clock down. And I haven't seen the Chiefs be an overly high-scoring team either. So I would say under, and the Chiefs, don't throw things at me.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's one thing to remember, Taylor Swift's really an Eagles fan.
That is true.
She grew up in Pennsylvania, so I think we'll take some of that. And because I'm a Taylor Swift and an Eagles fan, so this is a rough spot for me, but I'm going Birds. Well, Gary, thank you for coming in and telling us all the wisdom that has been discussed on the Endzone. And where can people check it out? I'm sure there's going to be a post-game with you guys.
Yep, we're going to have kind of our season finale this coming Monday night at 5 p.m. live on Big 107.7. You can be a part of it, 443-971-1077. We welcome calls and text messages into the program. Then we'll take a little bit of a hiatus. We are working on doing some special draft shows in April. And then if all goes well and God's willing, we'll be back in August.
I have every expectation we're going to see that happen. It's been a great show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Gary, thank you so much for coming in and hyping up our Birds and our Eagles fans.
And don't forget, you can watch the Super Bowl this Sunday on our sister station, Fox 21. But for now, we're going to take a quick break. There's more Coast Life on the way.